This is the Iowa Weather Report for Saturday, March 28th, 2015. And now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, we have a trough digging in across the eastern third of the country. Another system moving across the U.S.-Canadian border around Montana. But in between the two, we have pretty much sunshine around, with highs today a lot cooler. Highs in the upper 30s northeast to the lower 50s in our southwestern counties, with mainly sunny skies, a few clouds here and there from time to time. As we go into Sunday, that system that was over Montana will be sweeping across the state, mainly during the morning hours or the overnight hours tonight into tomorrow morning. This will bring us some showers. Could be a wintry mix to start out, but it should be all rain by mid-morning, with highs in the 40s and 50s by the afternoon hours. That system moves off to the east as we move into the beginning of the new work week on Monday. Temperatures will be in the 40s northeast to the 60s in our southwestern counties, and the temperatures will only go up from there. As we move into Tuesday, 50s and 60s, and maybe a few 70s in our far southwestern counties, with partly to mostly sunny skies. You can see a little bit of precipitation off to our south across the mid-south down into Texas. As we move into Wednesday, a system is going to slowly start to take shape off to our west. See the moisture to our south, remaining to our south over Missouri, Arkansas, and down into the south. Temperatures will be well up into the 60s, maybe a few 70s as well by the middle of the week. Then that system moves through late on Wednesday into Thursday. Should be some showers and a few thunderstorms Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night, and early Thursday it'll be pulling out. Temperatures will cool back into at least the 50s across the state, maybe a 60-degree temperature. Friday looks to be about the same, highs in the upper 40s to middle 50s across the state. Cold front will be across the Carolinas down into eastern Texas. A little bit of precipitation also across the Central Plains. You can see by next Saturday, the flow is mainly out of the west. We have the system moving off the east coast, another system moving in toward the Pacific Northwest, and in between the two, it's going to be fairly calm at this point, with a little bitty system that could bring us a little bit of precipitation by next weekend, but a larger system off to our west is something we're going to have to watch as we move further into the month of April or so. Speaking of that, into the extended period, this is April the 8th. We have a trough axis moving through the state. This is with a pretty decent storm that could move through, if this is right. Remember, this is still out in the land of voodoo in the extended period, so don't take the timing too hard at this point. System moving off along the east coast with some showers and thunderstorms. A little bit of backwash precipitation around here. Could be rain, maybe a wintry mix, but it's doubtful, with readings maybe a touch below seasonal levels. End of forecast, April the 12th, ridge over the south and east, system moving across the desert south and west, another couple systems mainly across the U.S.-Canadian border region, but it's the system off to our southwest we may have to watch. The Gulf begins to open up, a low pressure begins to form in the plains, so maybe in 2 weeks' time another system could bring us some more showers and thunderstorms. So looking further into April, looks like the weather pattern continues to remain somewhat active at that point. Satellite image from last evening didn't look that way. We had a system moving off the east coast, some low and mid-level clouds across the plain states into the Mississippi River Valley with a little bit of precipitation, not much. Another system moving into the northwest. Elsewhere, fairly quiet. Watch warning map was also fairly quiet. Some frost, freeze advisories and watches across the Tennessee back into the Carolinas. Some red flag warnings across the high plains into Montana, Wyoming, and some wind advisories and high wind warnings there. Elsewhere, it was fairly quiet. QPF chart. Precipitation over the next 5 days through Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock, showing rainfall around here, maybe about 1/4 of an inch or so, heaviest across the northwest and across the mid-south region as well.